If you're anything like me, you hate blow drying your hair. And after you look like this, yeah, this is me at the end of the day, and it's terrible. Well, guess what? The Dry Bar's Allie Webb is here, and she's gonna show us her secrets to a long-lasting style.
The first stop, the shampoo bowl.
This is when you fall asleep on the job.
Super clean hair blows out really well. If your hair isn't clean, if it's greasy or oily, has built up residue on it, it will not blow out as well. Most women don't think about this as a tip, but I'm telling you, it's so important to start with really clean hair.
I think a lot of people rush through shampooing their hair.
Yes.
I think they kind of do like a ah-da-la-la-la and then rinse.
Yeah.
Is there like a 30-second rule or minute rule?
I like the minute rule. Give yourself a good minute and a half even if you want to be crazy to blow out your hair.
And don't snooze. Don't snooze. You need that extra minute to have clean hair. Okay.
Next,
You want to towel dry it. Get all the excess moisture out of your hair so it's not dripping wet.
then Allie says add product before combing.
It's a great way to evenly distribute the product in your hair, because sometimes if you've combed your hair out and then you add product, it can kind of get a little clumpy and it's just not as nice. First and foremost, we're going to use Hot Toddy, which is a heat protectant. So always a great thing to use anytime you ever blow out your hair. I don't like to put too much product in the hair, just enough to do the job.
A nickel size.
Yeah. The nickel size, rub it in your hands, emulsify
And apply root to tip.
on the size of an egg.
Next, add mousse.
And this can also go all over your hair. So next step is to comb through your hair. Always best to start at the ends and work your way up. So I'm just gonna brush your hair, get all the tangles out, and then kind of mess it up again so I know where I'm basically gonna start.
So you pick your part before you actually start drying your hair.
Yeah, you kind of wanna know what you're doing before you start blow drying your hair.
I have a plan.
My plan is the boho messy curl, Mai Tai style that Allie offers.
When you're blow drying your hair at home, you want to take a little bit of the moisture out of your hair. So I'm going to rough dry your hair just a little bit to take a little bit of the moisture out. So once we've gotten a lot of the moisture out of your hair, now I'm going to section it off. And I'll tell you, sectioning is one of the most crucial parts of a great blowout. You have to work in clean sections, so you have to have good clips. These clips are great because they're these little alligator clips that they hold so much hair. So first and foremost, I'm gonna section off your hair, and you always wanna start in the front. Start your blowouts in the front. It's the most important part and what people see first. If you can, use a ceramic brush. So basically what happens is this part of the brush, the barrel of the brush, will heat up from the heat with the blow dryer, which is almost like a curling iron in your hair. And you kind of just want to make sure you're rolling up and back every single section, and that will actually help you create a curl in your hair. You always want the blow dryer facing down, so you want the cuticle of the hair to get laid down. You never want to come from this side because then you're going to blow the cuticle the wrong direction. So another important tip is, making sure you choose the right brush size. You can see I'm trying to give you a little bit of curl and wave here since we're creating the Mai Tai. So I used a smaller brush.
Since we're doing the Mai Tai style,
Make sure you work in vertical sections. If you work horizontally, you're just gonna get lift at the root, which is in a straighter look, which is not bad if that's what you're going for, but we're going for some wave and curls. You really wanna work in about, a 1-inch section. You can kind of see how big my sections are that I'm working in. So the hair easily wraps around the brush, and you can work in a very clean, small section. And you want to perfect each section before you move on to the next.
once the top and sides are completed, we've made it to the crown. Here, Allie recommends horizontal sections.
You want to make sure that you're kind of separating that out and working in a clean section, and you're just kind of rolling it up and back and even over directing it forward to give it a little lift.
After blowing out the area of the crown,
You kind of want to let everything fall forward, and even as you're blow drying, if you can, after you blow out all these sections, you can clip them forward with one of these little metal clips. You can get them at the grocery store, they're really inexpensive. But what will happen is your hair is gonna cool off, and it's gonna actually give you lift when you let them back out. You just wanna make sure you use like a flat metal clip like this so you don't dent your hair. And you can see when we take her hair back down, you get a little bit of lift.
Oh yeah. Gosh,
Yes.
I'm already happy with my hair, but I know we have more to go.
So, we blew, we have more, we're not done. Easy, Rebecca. Okay, so we've blown in some volume and some curl. So now we're just gonna go back through it, mess it up a little bit, and go over it with the iron. So with the bender, it's so great because it has this rotating barrel. See that? And so you wanna put it in your hair about mid-shaft and just let the bender do the work. Rotate it around, it only needs to stay in for a second, and then even pull it out so you get that loose kind of wave.
User friendly. I love
Totally
it.
user friendly, and you're just grabbing random sections throughout your hair. So there's just another random section, and what's great is it smooths out the frizz. Another tip that I think is really important for women in general, no matter what kind of blowout you're doing, is set up a mirror in your house so you can see the back of your hair. The front is really important in what everybody sees, but you don't want to be walking around with not good hair in the back.
Oh, it looks so good.
Okay, so the last thing that you want to do is once you've curled all your hair is use a product that's going to give you a little bit of shine, and since it's a Mai Tai, you want a little bit of grit. So what I'm going to do, one of my big tips is taking the Chaser, it's a shine pomade, rub that in your hands, and you can actually see there's a little bit of a sheen on that. And then here's the real trick, spraying hairspray on top of that.
Stop it.
And rubbing your hands together. So now you have that like grit and stickiness and shine and pieciness, and then just kind of going back over your sections loosely and just wrapping them around. Look at
Oh my gosh, I like it so much. I look so cool. I love this. I try to do this at home and it doesn't look like this.
See, this is what women do.
They model.
They're
and
like, oh, don't I look so great? I mean, it's true, but that's how you feel. That's how every woman should feel every day, right?
I completely agree. And honestly, like $35-40.
Done.
Oh,
Yeah.
my hair's never looked like this. It looks fantastic.
Good.
I can't take
I know,
it.
looks really